All right, everybody, welcome to the Wellness Wednesday with Fun Saver Network. Glad you're here. Glad you're spending some time with us this evening. My name is Ron. Most of you know me. For the new people that's never seen me before, my name is Ron. I've been with Fun Saver Network for over 5 years, but we only started working on this 2 years ago. But so let me introduce you this evening to a what has become a friend. He and his wife. So this is what we do. It's called Wellness Wednesday. We try to do this every other week. And what we do at Fun Saver Network is we invite vendors to come on that we carry their products, and we ask them to talk to you about their product and what's great about it, the science behind it, and things of that nature, and why you should be using it and what it does for your body. So tonight, as usual, on our Wellness Wednesday, we're talking to one of our lead vendors in Fun Saver Network. This is the owner and formulator of Neutra Relief. His name is Daniel Lyons. What he's going to share with you tonight, because guess what's coming? Winter's coming. Cold weather's coming. So he's going to share with you tonight the absolute importance of preparing your immune system, getting your immune system ready for the upcoming winter. Yes, holiday season, holiday season. And even more important, I think he's also going to cover with you not only these creams for the immunity, but also where do you put them? Where do you put them on your skin? How do you apply them? How do you do that? So let me share my screen and I will turn this over to Mr. Daniel. Hold 1 second. Let me share. Let me get his slides ready to go here. And let me start from the beginning. And here we go. All right, Mr. Daniel, you have the floor, sir. Be my guest.
Oh, thank you, Ron. Thank you so much. And Shane and everyone associated with the Fun Saver Network. It's really our pleasure to be able to bring to you such a unique formulation of creams that we've been doing for over 16 years now. And you may say to yourself, oh, yeah, I know all about vitamin, minerals, amino acids, or topical creams. But just to recap, it's so incredible to offer something that's an alternative to oral supplementation. And what I mean by that is the ability to not take another pill. It's a revolution that we've created by these topical creams because you can use the skin as the point of administration, which is so unique. And it's so beneficial in terms the percentage of the absorption associated with taking supplements through the skin. Typically when you work with vitamin C, for example, oral vitamin C, taking it through your mouth in a drink or in a tablet, you could take 100 milligrams of vitamin C and you might absorb maybe 20%. And your liver and your digestive system is basically eliminated. We're in the world of mega supplementation, 500 milligrams and 1,000 milligrams. But the beauty of the skin is that in my form of topical creams, we use a product called liposomal delivery technology. It's actually a patented technology. Now, my background is a chemical process engineer, and in this process, I've been dealing with chemical processes, and in the last 20 years involved in building a company that's surrounded by people a lot smarter than I am. Doctors, gynecologists, practitioner, naturopaths, and also functional medicine doctors. So in our conversation, we've worked a whole line of development of products that are so beneficial. If you've been on the previous Wellness Wednesday, we talked about my pain cream. We've talked about the sleep cream. We've talked about many ways that the process of liposomal delivery is so beneficial for your body. But what we truly believe is that you are what you absorb. And the key being is that if you're not absorbing through your digestive system, whether it's inflammation of the gut, whether you've got irritable bowel syndrome, most of the population, unfortunately, have inflammation of the gut. And just another supplemental pill, you're really wondering, am I really absorbing these nutrients? And this is the whole basis of Neutra Relief. We're using nutraceuticals, which are bioactives, the vitamins, minerals, and amino acids that are necessary for your health. and we're using the skin as the point of administration. Tonight, we're going to talk about the benefits of D3, vitamin D3. And I'm excited to talk to you about D3 tonight because this is a new formulation. We've been doing this for over 16 years, but tonight I want to talk to you about what I've done in terms of the new formulation. If you know about vitamin D3, it is a master product for immune system. You can see from the slide here, it reduces inflammation, it reduces autoimmunity, improves brain function, reduces cancer cell growth, improves immunity, enhances mood and sleep, and reduces the risk of heart disease. So that's pretty important in terms of just basically what it does. But it's a powerhouse for our immune system. And as we come into the fall weather and the winter, this is typically what's happening is that our immune systems are tasked as we travel to go see family, as we get the stress of visiting family, perhaps. The holidays are always interesting, and that's usually where you contract even, COVID in this case that's coming back furiously, or some other cold or flu condition. But if you're building up your immune system with D3, you're really building up your immune defenses, and it's really, really profitable to basically have that happen. And through the Fun Saver Network, they're bringing you all of our whole line of creams, but this specifically vitamin D3 is one of my most popular ones because of its effectiveness for the overall immune system. During COVID, when they went through the whole process of who are the people that were most afflicted and actually passed away, it was low D3. The people were unaware of how low their D3 vitamin was for them that was most afflicted. Those were the people that really suffered the most in terms of their immunity being so compromised. So it's really important for me to make the effect of that you now have a product in the Fun Saver Network that really can offer something very special for your immunity. The other thing about vitamin D3, it's so effective for bone matrix, for helping bone growth. And the reason I say that is because as we get older, our bones become brittle. You always have some relative or friend that might have taken a fall in their later years and they're breaking a hip or a shoulder. And that's just age. Age is the process of our bone matrix, our system of growth after our early years up to years of 20. We've completely done with growing bones. The problem here with osteoporosis and things that happen with the diseases of bone structure is we're no longer supplementing to impact the bone structure, increasing bone density. And the beauty of D3 is that story. What D3 does, and that's really what's interesting, is that it actually releases free-form calcium by the other benefits that we can talk about in terms of D3. But in this process of releasing calcium, free-form calcium, typically what happens, it's just eliminated in the body. There's another cofactor, and that's what I've added to this cream, which is K2. Many of you heard of it, K1 or K2. And it's really rare to see a topical cream. In fact, we're the first topical liposomal cream that's out there with this new version of K2. And that's something that I really want to talk to you about, is that the cofactor of putting these two really bioactive powerhouse together is because it's never really been done in a topical liposomal version. So that's really important to talk about. Not only everything that D3 does for you in terms of the benefits of the immune function, but that's how we build our creams to add cofactor. They're functional creams. These creams are doing something for your body and helping the immune system and also moving forward to build the bone matrix for you. So that's why I want to continue on with the next slide, which is about MENQ7. Now, this MENQ7 is really, really unique in that I spend a lot of my time in resourcing unique bioactives. As we all know, most of the ingredients from aspirin to vitamin C to most of the vitamins that we perceive and buy at the drugstore, CVS or whatever, most of the suppliers are coming from China or India. And it's always a function of we don't even make aspirin in the United States anymore. And the key ends up being is I'm really on a sourcing event of trying to find unique suppliers of unique bioactives that are much more effective than just our basic stream of where do we receive all these different products. And in this one, I've discovered this, and many of you that might be in the know, is the new form of K2. It's called NK7. And in the process of what we've blended with my vitamin D3 is this MENA Q7. Now, what's unique is this is a company out of France, and it's been in the business for 175 years. Back in the day when they fermented beer and vodka, they used the fermenting process to make, alcohol and beer. It's 175 years ago. In the process, they've expanded and they supply yeast and leavening to all the food manufacturing, bread making throughout the world. But in the last 10 to 15 years, they've expanded their process of fermentation into making bioactives. So they make bioactive glutathione, bioactive phenolic acid, bioactive SAMe, and different things. Well, they've made a product that is a K2 product in a fermenting process. And so this is really unique, and it's supported over the years in 22 human studies on the benefits of K2 vitamin. Maybe the next slide, please. So in this idea of blending these two products, what's so important about this K2 is as the D3 basically releases free-form calcium in your body, this MENA-Q, which is another vitamin, K2 vitamin, it drives that calcium to the bone matrix. I mean, really incredible in the way that does it. These studies specifically talk about how that works and where it goes and how it can really help in the bone matrix. Typically, as we get older, our bones are simply made from kind of like almost like a membrane butterfly system. And they're really easy to break as we get older, obviously with hip replacements and things like that. But with this proven MENA-Q7, it really shows that it's going to the bone matrix, and it's got proven technologically to do it. And that's what's so important about the clinically proven studies. I love the fact that we've got human studies that verify the effects of what this does. Another really interesting benefit, take the next slide, please, Ron, is this bioavailability, right? It's one of the longest lasting vitamin K2 that's available today that's circulating in your system. And it's really important that as we add these two cofactors, they do much more than just be beneficial to the bone and the immune system. This K2 product that I've added to it is one of the most amazing products for calcification of heart valves and the artery valves. It literally melts the calcification that's going on in your valves. So if you've got elderly people that suffer from, distortions of the heart or trouble with heart, it's the #1 killer of men and women is heart disease. And it's really so interesting when we look at some of these clinical studies, and we'll do this on another Wellness Wednesday, and I'd like to do is break down some studies. If we get to the point where people really want to know more about the studies, I'm more than happy to share this, because that's really my whole background is in research and understanding what cofactors I want to put into my creams. But when we look at some of the results of how K2 is done, it's literally getting rid of the calcification that goes on in our arteries and heart disease. So you could have existing heart disease, but the beauty of K2 is it can go in there and restore the benefits of a heart muscle, where typically what's happening is once you develop heart disease, you're really compounding, it's just getting worse and worse. And the circumstances are a valve replacement or a mechanical fix to heart disease. But it's really the #1 killer. So this is something that is so essential to really start with in terms of immunity, help with the bone structures that we currently have, and something to really protect your entire family with on this. Next slide, please. So not only does it work in the bone, as I told you, and helping the body properly utilize calcium to build healthy bone and bone tissue, but the cardiovascular effect of it is fantastic for blood vessels and improving the cardiovascular system. It will improve your cardiovascular system, especially if previously you were a smoker, for example, and you've got the damage that's been done by excessive smoking. The other thing is about children. Children also need D3, and it's beautiful about the application being a topical cream. You can use very little for your children. You say, hey, is it safe for children? Well, of course it is. It's safe for children because you can just use a little bit. But in developing children, developing bones, it's important too that they've got an immunity. Now, they do have strong immunities as children, but this is the whole point of school, going back to school in the winter. You're helping your children by boosting their immunity system, helping them develop their bones as they grow. And it's just a wonderful product for that reason alone too. Next slide, please. So MeniQ is so interesting. It's the only clinically proven K2 for bone and heart health. You could go to CVS Pharmacy and you'll see there's tablets. They aren't that expensive of K1 and K2, but they don't have the clinical studies. So I'm saying that this K2 formulation, it's patented from the company, and they've given me authority to use this. I'm very proud of this because I'm going to Vegas at the end of this month. I'm going to the South by Southwest supply side. This is where all the companies that are into biologics and medicine and supply side to that are coming together. But this company invited me directly because I'm the first company to create a liposomal version of this. And we're moving forward with some of their other bioactives. In the future creams I'm going to be bringing to you. All of my existing creams that I have don't have all of these different fermented forms, but this is where I'm constantly adding cofactors to them. But I'm very excited about this, that the company themselves has invited me to lecture to their scientists about how we've developed this application. You won't see this in stores. You won't see a topical version of D3 with the MeniQ in it. You'll see a tablet form. So it's a well-known registered trademark, MeniQ7. So look for it if you're interested to confirm that's what it is. But if you're interested in a topical version that's easily absorbable, bioactive in terms of developing a bone matrix for your cardiovascular health and for immunity health, this is the product. And it's fantastic is that the FunSaver Network is providing it for you. And I really, to be honest with you, it's kind of unbelievable what they've done for you in bringing this to you. They've approached me in bringing this product to you, but I think I had a call from from Scott the other day, who called me up wanting to know more about the cream. As you're all welcome to contact me directly and talk about the different creams, he called me up to talk about it, not letting me know that he was actually a member of the cream. I didn't know that until the end. So we talked all about it. I talked to the benefits of what it was and the products that I had. And then he went to go and, so what's the pricing? By the way, I'm in the FunSaver Network. He says, am I better at the FunSaver Network or dealing with you directly? And I got to be honest with you, and I am. They are offering you an amazing price. Once again, I've given them a standard wholesale, but they are making it available to you for a price that you won't find. I don't offer that price. And typically, just to give you the background, when I do wholesale sales of my products, I really kind of demand that the wholesaler keep a minimum advertised price. We've made a special deal and they are offering you this price at an unbelievable price. Go to the website, take a look, and you'll see. It's amazing. It's stunning. And as I told Scott, hey, you're going to get a much better price, even with the discounts that I can offer, my coupon discounts or the promos I'm doing. FunSaver is making an incredible offer to all of the members. So I highly encourage you to go to the health area of the website and take a look at the full array. They have the total line of Neutra Relief. And we have other creams that are coming up. We have a whole nother cosmeceutical line that we've sent and is arriving by next week. But I'm very excited about this, is that we have the opportunity to bring an amazing product. We do not advertise on buy or Amazon because they're retail killers to a certain extent. And we only have an internet offer. That's just the way my company is, because I deal in distribution. I deal as a clinical distribution to doctors and practitioners. But we have a special deal for all of the FundSaver Network group by you're getting involved in buying a product from our company that is just amazing. So once again, this is the MetaQ7. This is what it's all about. It's protected, it's proven, clinical studies, D3. I highly encourage you to take a look at this. And I want to go to the next slide because I talk about the last thing as the benefits. Once again, revisiting immune on it, because I want to keep it brief for you because there's other things I want to talk about. It regulates insulin levels, D3, supports lung function, essential for forming solid bone health. It removes calcium from the arteries. Now, hardening of the arteries, we've heard of that. That's what happens at old age. It's like the sewer pipes. It removes the calcium, the K2. It's incredible for heart health. Transports the calcium back to the bones, supports immune and nervous system, improves brain function. We all can use that. I think I need a little bit of that tonight. Inhibits inflammation, boosts your ATP production, which is DNA synthesis, mitochondrial, the energy, the energetics of DNA synthesis, improves cognitive abilities, and effective with smaller doses for children. You can give just a little dollop of this, just a little small squirt, okay? Now it is a strong, I'll just hold on the magnesium, but I'm ready to just go to the magnesium because it's another factor that I wanted to bring another cream to your attention. But that aspect of the cream itself is very powerful. 2 squirts or a quarter teaspoon on this, as far as the dosage is concerned, is 5,000 international units. Now that is really the recommended dose in this day and age. Previously, it was less. There were 2,000, 3,000, but you'll walk into CVS and you'll see 10,000 IU. You'll see 8,000 IU. The beauty of what we have is that you will be getting 100% of that metabolized through the skin. So that's really kind of effective. And at the small dose, you could give just a small amount to a child, or based on knowing what your D3 levels, if you're just trying to maintain D3 levels, say you've already been taking D3 for years, you know now that you can just maintain it simply through the skin rather than taking oral doses, if that be the case. The one important factor I want to bring is another one of my creams that I have. I sell another cream that's listed on the FundSaver Network, and it is amazing. It is our magnesium citrate. And this is, once again, a topical liposomal cream that you put onto your body parts, any location of your body. But this is an interesting cofactor, independent, working with the D3 in a very interesting way. This is called the essential forgotten mineral because this mineral is needed by every cell of your body. It controls over 400 enzymatic functions of your body. And a lot of us are really deficient in this. It's because we're not just getting it from our food supply anymore. It's just not there. If it's not in the soil, magnesium, which it isn't, and they're not replenishing in the soil, it's not coming through in our fruits and vegetables where we would normally get it. But it's really important in activating ATP in the storage molecule that fuels and drives the cells of your body. But what's interesting, going back to the D3 and the MQ7 in this, the MetaQ7, is that when you have D3 and it's doing the function of what it does in the body, it then converts through the process of absorption into a hormone. In reality, D3 is a hormone. But that hormone, to be effective in DNA synthesis, that's replicating your DNA to give you the energy of your mitochondria cells, it needs magnesium. So magnesium is what D3 will be looking for in your body. And if you're deficient, like many things, it's going to grab magnesium anywhere that it can. It'll grab it from your bones, it'll grab it from organs. So what's important is to know that you're really supplementing. That's really what our business is about. My business is really about talking about deficiencies that we have as human beings. That's why this whole explosion of supplementation has happened. While people are spending billions of dollars supplementing themselves, is because we can't really almost eat our way to health with the way the food supply is. But what's important is you are what you absorb. So if you can't get it through your gut, if you can't get it through you've got inflammation or the inability to really digest properly, you're taking a supplement, but you want to take a supplement that you're absorbing completely. And you want to take a supplement that has functionality. You're taking a magnesium and you don't really know why I'm taking this. Well, if you know that it controls over 400 enzymatic functions, really essential functions to your body, and you're deficient, this is one of those causes of your deficiencies for illness. And this is what functional medicine, naturopaths that you hear about, what they're really talking about in this day and age is low and slow, basically supplementing to deficiencies. So if you're deficient in D3, deficient in magnesium citrate, just give what your body wants. Give it the body and let the body heal itself. That's really our philosophy. But you've got to absorb that. You've got to get it into your system. And an easy, simple way to take care of your whole family is to do it through the skin. Supplementation through the skin. It's very absorbable, especially with the delivery system that we need. But our bodies really need to correct that amount of magnesium that we need. These are the symptoms of magnesium deficiency. And if you've got these, you know there's something. You know you got something going on there. Headaches, dizziness, confusion, poor concentration, nervousness, jumpiness, migraine. One of the main causes of migraine is magnesium deficiency. A lot of people are like, I don't know why I get these migraines, maybe I need a doctor to look at me, maybe I need some pharmaceutical, maybe it's some other situation. It could be as simple as a magnesium deficiency for migraine headaches, posterior headache, cramps in the muscles and face. I had a situation, I had a client with Bell's palsy. He was drooling out of the side of his mouth. He couldn't close one of his eyes. It was a guy who was a concrete layer. And was really interesting thinking about what was causing it. And that would have been nerve inflammation in his face, one of the causes. By using magnesium citrate and applying it along his jaw and his face, he got this small palsy. He went to the doctor and was told this could be 6 weeks, it could be 6 months, this could be permanent. And by Monday morning, the effects of the mild palsy had gone away, stopped drooling, his eyes were blinking again. It was amazing. And all it was the magnesium stopping that inflammation of the nerves that were causing the Bell's palsy in this case. A cardiac arrhythmias, gastrointestinal cramps, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, urinary tract. Cramping is really a big issue with low magnesium. Tingling of the hands and numbness, thigh and calf cramps. And that's what I'll also indicate that restless leg syndrome that you have when you're sleeping. That's really the cause of low magnesium. Same thing like with, football stars. You see them, they're cramping up. And if you've been out on the football field or baseball fields, guys, they're cramping up. It's going to be low magnesium. It's going to be an issue. It's the same situation with heart attacks. I mean, you see these EMTs, they carry plunger of magnesium and that's typical of what happens in a heart attack. It's a cramp. The heart is a muscle. And when it's lacking magnesium, low on magnesium, that could be the cause of a heart attack. That's why you see those EMTs sometimes come in with a plunger of magnesium to release the muscle, reduce the cramping of the heart, so no further damage is happening during a heart attack. So just a simple understanding of that. Just in case you're still confused, magnesium, not calcium, is the key to healthy bones. We are really oversaturated with calcium in our diet. Every cereal, every cracker, everything's fortified with calcium these days. Our milk is fortified. So it's not like you necessarily need to take a calcium supplement. You really need magnesium. But what's important is to drive the free form calcium that we have plenty in our bodies to the bones to create them healthy. So basically, that's the story on magnesium, citrate. And for the story of magnesium, helps restore restless leg syndrome and all the other benefits, digestion, constipation, supports with calming the nervous system, muscle relaxation, supports healthy formation of bones. Like I say, it's a cofactor with D3 on that, supports stabilized heartbeats, joint ligament flexibility, and really helps sleep. You know, I love sleep. It's one of the biggest things about what we do in terms of our melatonin creams and calming the body down. But magnesium really is wonderful for calming the whole body, the musculature down, so you get very deep sleep at night. So that's basically the presentation I have. Try to keep it brief. I hope I don't bore you with too much detail, but I like to make it quick. But those are two new creams that is in the Fun Saver Network, and they're bombshells. They're really effective, very beneficial. And if we got any time, if we need to talk about it, I'd like to talk about applying the creams. Maybe people are.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Because I think that's important. And I'm going to tell you why, Daniel.
Sure.
You guys are so kind to me because I've kind of told you some of my health things. I don't sleep at night or whatever things. And you're giving me things to try. And I am trying. And the last things you guys sent me, you sent me exactly what we're talking about today. You sent me this. You sent me this, right? And you sent me this. So I apply these in the morning. Both of the, and they sent the instructions on how to use them. That's why I'm saying this is important, what I'm going to tell you. So I apply those in the morning, and then at nighttime, I apply the magnesium before I go to sleep, along with this. Both of these before I go to bed. Let me tell you guys something. I have been in this industry for a long time. I have dealt with many health and wellness products, many. And I'm just going to be honest and tell you that most of them never did one thing to me. Never. Except maybe go to the bathroom, whatever it is. But I never received any kind of wellness that I was actually able to talk about. But I have with these creams. I've been on another protocol prior to them sending me this, that the pain reliever that has truly helped me with bowling. And I've always had a problem with sleep. And it's funny, Daniel, that you just showed the slide on leg cramps. I am the guy that in the middle of the night, I get woken, I wake up because my right calf is in a knot. And it is so bad that when I wake up the next morning, I can hardly walk on that leg. Yeah. That's how bad it is. Now, I've been on this protocol for 4 days. And it's not like I was getting that cramp every night, because I wasn't. But I will tell you, I haven't seen a cramp in the 4 days. But I haven't seen a cramp in about 3 weeks. But I haven't seen a cramp in 4 days. I hope it never comes back. Because if you guys have never felt that cramp in your calf so hard, that it's terrible. It hurts so bad. And I know the next morning when I get up, I can't hardly walk on that leg because it's so sore. It feels like I just did 1,000 toe lifts with 100 pounds. That's how sore it is. And it's hard to walk on. So please express how important it is how to apply these creams.
Yeah. So and then that's just a function of magnesium deficiency. You know, and that can be, like I said, from so many things. You know, everyone has, you know, God bless us all for what we do in trying to maintain our health. But a lot of my clientele, probably about 50% of my clientele, is basically people that are on pharmaceuticals and they're trying to get off blood pressure medication, heart medication, psychotic medication, Xanax, opioids, okay? And half of the people are trying to get off these pharmaceuticals. One of the things about the pharmaceuticals is they suck magnesium. They deplete magnesium in your body. So unbeknownst to you, you're thinking, I've got a healthy diet, why do I have an issue? Our magnesium levels are low. They just are constantly low. They have to be maintained. And it's so important that we have that. And it's just that's the point. Supplement from deficiencies. If you have these deficiencies, they can affect all of these enzymatic functions, these heart functions, these bone matrix functions and these cramping situations that happen. And simply put, in the application of this, almost every part of your body is a location to put a cream. But you're going to find these go-to locations that make it easy for you. What we suggest, and once again, all of my creams are based on vitamin, minerals, amino acids. There's no trickery. There's nothing that's exotic other than sometimes the ingredients like the K2 that I'll bring into it, or the formation of some of these vitamins. I'll find different ways that they're formed rather than just manufactured in China or India. How about a fermenting process that allows them to be much more absorbed? I love that idea. I love the idea that they're unique. In the case of like cramps, leg cramps, foot cramps, your feet are an amazing location for supplementation. They're just amazing. There are so many, maybe people have heard about Chinese reflexology and all of the blood vessels that are on your feet. Very interesting fact are on your feet, on the insole and the tops of your feet and around the pores of your feet are 30% larger than any other part of your body, which makes them an ideal location. So you say after a shower or before you go to bed, as you're putting moisturizing creams, put our cream on first, or keep this by the side of your bed. In the case of Ron, the best bet is, you can apply anywhere, to be honest with you, your arms or wherever. But if you've got us targeted, this is the beauty of Neutra Relief, targeted nutrition or targeted pain relief. Why take an aspirin when you can target a shoulder with pain relief? Why worry about taking a magnesium citrate through your mouth or a supplemental form when you know you're going to have leg cramps? Put it directly on your calves, your legs, in the location before you go to sleep, or as you get up in the morning. Apply these creams any location. So when we talk about how to apply them, typically every one of my creams is based on a quarter measuring teaspoon as the dosage. And we can break down into, what milligrams are in that. But for example, in the magnesium citrate, it's 50 milligrams per every quarter measuring teaspoon. That's just 2 pumps, 2 little pumps, and you're getting 50 milligrams. Well, you could say, hey man, I take 250 milligrams orally every day. I'm fine, right? Well, yeah, you could be fine if you're absorbing it. The key here is if you need to supplement more. If you need more, you can titrate up. That's the word, to take a few more pumps. That's the beauty of our creams. You could give a small dose to a child who's, say he's playing in his Pop Warner, his first year in football, and he gets leg cramps or something like that, or a sports injury. You can apply these to children, and it's wonderful, and for digestive health too. But in the case of Ron, I've got a situation where I do get leg cramps, but I've got this duck thing that I do. I just got this nervous twitch on my feet, and I just do this. And it drives Kesia nuts, because she can hear it's kind of like just a reaction. But I put the magnesium on my feet. I remember to put it on at night, because I typically use it during the day too. But it's also part of my sleep protocol. I love magnesium citrate. I put it on my arms at night. That's where I apply it with the GABA L-theanine. That's another cream we've talked about. If you don't know about it, we'll talk more about it. But that's to stop my active mind from keeping me up at night. But literally any location on your body, your arms, your forearms are fabulous places to do. And you can put multiple creams in one application, but not layering the creams. That's very important. So the key is my creams pretty much, when you put, say you put 2 to 3 squirts on a wrist and you apply it and you rub it in, it'll go in about 20 seconds. You'll find it just basically disappears. It'll leave your skin moisturized, but it won't be goopy, it won't be tacky, it won't be sticky. You can say, wow, it's gone in. But if you want to apply 2 creams at the same time, say, hey, I just want to get creams on quickly, put your squirts on your cream, all the creams, say 2 creams, and then apply it. If you try to apply a cream after you've applied one, you might find sloughing, because what happens is your skin cells right there at the top, as it's metabolizing, it's full. They're full. There's no more room. But if you put 2 creams together, you're pushing them into your cream. So it's a mechanical action that drives the creams into your skin. But that's really
So Daniel, in the mornings and at nighttime,
yeah. And for example,
I put one on the top of my right foot
excellent,
and one on the top of my left foot.
perfect,
That's
perfect.
what.
Yeah. So there's no really toxic level of these creams per se. I mean, we talk about all these different creams because they're amino acid, vitamins, and minerals. Now, D3, you wouldn't want to overdose with D3. 5,000 IU is a good dose. 2 squirts, D3. I put like 3. That's just me. I've been doing this for years and years. I've just dialed that in as that's what my body wants. You could do 2, you could do 1, depending how you feel. How you'll know is, once again, if you do an annual blood check, you go get your blood levels checked, check your D3 levels, check your magnesium levels. That's typical. It's very popular now as we go in for our annuals to get a blood test and get evaluation of hormones, your minerals, and if it's important. What's so neat about taking these creams is if you're deficient and you take the creams for a month, 2 months, then you go back for a checkup, you're checking your blood levels again. If that's what you want to see, you're going to see them rising to a maintained level. And you're going to see your doctor appreciate that too. Is that, hey, how'd you raise your D3 levels if you're looking at, I mean, that's the thing. Some doctors don't even pay attention. They're only telling you, this or that, or they're prescribing something. But this is what's really effective. You say, how would I know? A true blood test will give you the indications of that. And then another one will show you that you're raising your levels. Like I said, if you're deficient, raise to what your body needs. No need to megadose, no need to overdose. But really, that's the beauty. We can use these creams in a nighttime application. I like them to use as a morning application. The only key is clean skin. That's the only problem you're ever going to have if you're rubbing on, say, a cologne, or you've worked out and you've got sweat all over your arms, or you've got dirt from exterior working in the garden. Just take a washcloth, make sure you've got some clean skin before you do application, and go to town and rub those creams in and take advantage of the benefits of these bioactives, because they're really effective. And if you've got issues with sleep, there's nothing quite like having a magnesium citrate in your body at night, because it relaxes all your musculature, especially my athletes that work at late night and they go work at the gym. They're jacked when they come home and they have a hard time going to sleep. Their body's just ramped up. The magnesium citrate is so beneficial for those muscles, to relax that muscles. And me personally, I like to sleep at the bottom of the ocean. I want to be full, deep sleep. But, I have that active mind. So at 2, 3 o'clock, I'll get up, go to the bathroom. The issue of going back to sleep is so important. You can reactivate the magnesium or the melatonin, not by putting more cream on, by just going by and touching a little water out of the water faucet, rub it in your hand, and rub the location where you put the cream that night. Whether it was if you put the melatonin, for example, just put just that water on your hands. Put it where you put the cream, or magnesium, just put that, and you'll go right back to sleep. They reactivate the existing cream that's still there, just a residual amount, but I'm not suggesting to reamp it up. In the morning, after a shower, or, you're still clean, by all means, use these creams for daytime, for relaxation, for the benefits of inflammation of the knees or ankles or sports injuries or pain. Like I said, we have creams for almost all afflictions. And as we break this down on Wellness Wednesdays, you'll see that what you really want to have, and this is my personal hope, that you'll keep these creams out on your vanity. And that's why we made them so colorful and the branding on them so neat. These are creams that you want to have not in your medicine cabinet, not tucked away in a drawer. You want to put them on your vanity, and you want to use these creams. You're going to find the benefits of Neutra Relief are going to really help your health, your immunity, your well-being, your energy, your clarity of mind. And I can't thank Ron and Shane and Bob for inviting me to come and share this with you, because I'm passionate about what I do. I love helping people. It's functional. It has a purpose. It'll help you out. And, I appreciate you guys asking questions about and wanting to know more about the creams. So that's my story.
I thank you. I thank you so much for coming on here and doing that. I really, really do. But I wanna ask you something, and maybe this isn't the correct way to do it, but I need to ask you.
Sure.
So in the past few days, we are Fun Saver Network, and we're a wholesale buying club, and we love to have fun. We love to save money, and we love to just get the knowledge that a person of your stature, you and your wife, give us on Wellness Wednesdays. This is why he's the expert. Ron Pruitt from Texas could have never went through all that stuff, slides or not. I'm just saying, there's no way. So we bring the experts on and they talk to us. So for the past couple of days, don't know if it's okay, but I need everybody to get your pen and paper out, get ready, because my best friend Shelly's here. She's here as well, and I've made you a co-host so you can unmute. And thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you for doing this. And so we have a couple of giveaways. We have some giveaways. And what we have is we have 2 giveaways. Now, one is particular for men, one is particular for women, but it doesn't matter who wins, because if a lady wins the man thing, give it to your significant other, your husband or whatever, or give it away for a Christmas gift, whatever you want to do, and vice versa. If you gentlemen win and it's the ladies thing that's up, get it, give it to your significant other, give it to, for Christmas or whatever you want to do. So here's how we're going to do this, because we don't have the wheel, because I don't know how to run the wheel, but I know how to write a number. So on this notepad here, I'm going to write a number. I'm going to write a number down. And what we're going to do is in the chat, you're going to put what number between 1 and 100 in the chat. Now, you only put it once, only one time, okay? Because I got my good friend Shelly, and she's a hawk, boy. I'm telling you, she'll see it if you put it twice. Put your number that you think it is between 1 and 100. Put it in the chat, please. Put it in the chat. We're going to, when it slows down and there's no more numbers, that'll let me know that we're pretty close to the end of it all. And we're going to do a giveaway. Okay, so they're still rolling in. Shelly, I'm going to need you to help me. I know you're here.
I'm watching.
Okay. This is why Shelly's here, y'all. Plus, she wants to spend time with y'all. She loves y'all to death. Okay. I'm still waiting on it to slow down, Now, if we have a tie, we're going to do it again between the people that tied. We're going to do another number. So the very first thing, while the numbers are coming up, the very first thing is going to be the gentleman's gift that we're giving away. So let me tell you what it is. It's like 2 games. One of them is called Who Let the Dogs Out? It's a game about can you trust your neighbor? It's a social type game. It's pretty interesting. And then the second one is called Say Less. In other words, can you win more by saying less? That's the game. But along with that is this awesome bag. It's made by Adventure. It's a waterproof bag that you can put your valuables in, and it's completely waterproof, made by Adventure. They're not real cheap. So we're giving that away. That's the first gift. So I don't see any more, Shelly. Let's see here. Shelly, I will give you the number. I want to make sure we're done. So the last person we're going to take is Melvin Davis, the last person. So Shelly, if you have your phone, I'm going to text you the number that I chose.
Okay.
I think that's the best way, because I don't want to say it. Let's see. Here we go, Shelly. I just texted it to you. I will look through the numbers as well. I see. What do I see? I'm looking for somebody to hit it right on the money first. I see one really close. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, I'll write that person down. That's real close. I don't see anything closer than that. It's going to have to be dead on to be closer than the number that I saw. It's going to have to be the exact number to be closer than the number that I saw. I don't see it as of yet. I don't see the number exactly, but I see the number one number over what I chose. Do you see that as well, Shelley?
I do. I see that. And while I've got everybody listening, y'all need to go in there and put your name in there instead of just having iPhone or Zoom user. That makes it easier on us when we give stuff away.
Well, we're going to have to go with what we have.
True. Yes, that's
Now,
fine.
And I will see if that person responds to the text. If they do not respond to the text, we will get the next number. So the person that chose the number 38, which is iPhone 3. I don't know who iPhone 3 is, but if you're here, I'm going to need you to put a text in the chat right now because you had the number 38, and I want you to tell me it was me. I want you to put your name in the chat, turn your camera on, let me see who you are, or whatever. iPhone 3 had number 38. The number was 37. The number was 37. iPhone 3 is Jimmy. Jimmy Me. Okay? So Jimmy Me, here's what you're gonna have to do, Jimmy Me. And I know, is this Jimmy Easel? Is it Jimmy Easel? Tell me if this is Jimmy Easel. Jimmy Easel, Jimmy Easel, Jimmy Easel, Jimmy Me, Jimmy Easel. Okay. So Jimmy, I'm going to need you to send in a customer service ticket to support@fundsavernetwork.com. Support@fundsavernetwork.com. Jimmy, let me know you're hearing me. Jimmy, let me know you're hearing me. Support@fundsavernetwork.com. Congratulations, Jimmy. Jimmy. Talk to me, Jimmy. Okay, it's me. I hear you, Jimmy Easel. I hope you got the address. All right, I'm going to write down. I'm not going to write down a number. I'm going to send it to Shelley. Here's my next number, Shelley. My next number. Now, this is the ladies. This is the lady. The ladies is awesome. It's awesome. Y'all ready? Between 1 and 100. Go ahead and start putting your numbers in. Ladies and men do both. I've already sent the number to Shelley. She has it already. So here's what the ladies get to do. Ready? 1.7 ounce bottle of Oscar de la Renta. Okay. A 1 ounce bottle of Juicy Couture. And a 1.7 ounce bottle of Calvin Klein Eternity. Now, you don't get all three. You have to choose one of the three. You have to choose one of the three. So let's wait on the numbers to slow down. Numbers slow down. Shelley has the number. I don't need to write it down. She's got it. She has it. Now, Daniel, if you guys wanted to throw in one of those creams, that would be awesome. We could do 3, but that's up to you guys. Okay. Waiting on it to slow down. Waiting on it to slow down. Hold on. We'll wait till it stops and give it about 5 seconds after it stops. 5 seconds after it stops. I see it stopped at Gary Marshall. Sandy in Texas at 63. Sandy in Texas. Frank G 49. Okay. It's really slowed down. It's kind of stopped. Okay. We're going to stop it at Frank G 49. Shelley, you have the number? I'm going to
got
okay. I'm looking through. I know which one's closest so far. Oh, I see one number over. One number over. Hold on. Hold on. I don't see one yet. I don't see one yet. I still don't see. Ooh, there's another one, 2 numbers over. Okay, it's the 1 number over. Do you see that, Shelley?
Yes, I do.
You got it?
I got it.
Why don't you go ahead and announce her, Shelley?
Okay. Heather Irvin. Heather. Yay, Heather.
Heather Irvin had a 53. The number was 52, Heather. The number was 52. So Heather Urban, you're a winner. Now you have to choose which one you want. You want me to repeat it to you? It is a 1.7 ounce bottle of Oscar de la Renta, okay, or a 1 ounce one ounce bottle of Juicy Couture, or a 1.7 ounce bottle of Calvin Klein Eternity. Which one do you want, Heather? Write it in there. Write it in the chat which one you want. Which one? Or if you don't want to choose yet, you can always send a support ticket to support@funsavernetwork.com and send in the one you want. Send in the one you want.
Yeah, she can just let us know tomorrow. It's fine.
Congratulations, Heather. Congratulations. Heather, did you hear? Are you here where you can hear? I haven't seen you come back on. Please come back on. Come back to the chat and say, I'm here. I heard it. I'm a winner. Let me know, Heather. Heather, Heather, Heather. Heather, Heather, Heather. Going once. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Perfect. Perfect. Now, that's good. So, Mr. Daniel, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you so much for giving us the knowledge that you have. Folks, I'm telling you, these things are absolutely amazing. Amazing. And I kept the instructions on, but yeah, I keep it here in my office on the desk. You know why? Because I'm in there all the time. So they're right here next to me and I see them and I never forget to put them on. So thank you, Daniel. Thank you to your wife. Thank each and every one of you for hanging out. Be sure and send that email to Shelly. And don't forget tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, you are going to get the text message. You are going to get the email. We are doing another opportunity presentation tomorrow night. Not from me, but from our friend, Mr. Bob Bearden. So have a fantastic night, everybody. God bless you all, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks, Daniel.
Thank you. Appreciate it.